And what else should I be doing right now other than absolutely burying this effing liberal lunatic criminal known as Michael Avenatti, the porn star Stormy Daniels' lawyer? If Donald Trump Jr. isn't locked up by December of 2018, whatever he said. Nope, not happening. And they had a press release, I think, this morning. All right, later on today, something about Nike. Next thing we know, he's being charged. He's being charged for trying to plot against Nike somehow. What is this? Zero hedge. I don't have my card here. I want my little greeting card badly right now. We're going to win so much. You're going to get tired of us winning. You're going to say, please, Mr. President, please stop. It's too much winning. And I'm going to say, no, it's not. And we're going to keep doing it more. Oh, I told you, I put up with Rachel Maddow, or MSNBC, that filthy woman. He didn't say he didn't. He's not exonerated, but he said he might be, but he might not be. Yeah, there might be evidence on another planet in another star system. Maybe. I mean, there is a mathematical possibility that does exist. Might be 1 out of 15 trillion, but it exists. Therefore, you could say doesn't exactly exonerate him. What is the opposite of not effing guilty? What does not guilty mean? No charges. What about obstruction? Obstruction? No charges there. Nothing. And we don't foresee issuing any more sealed indictments on this matter. Oh, took you 2 years to figure that out. Wow. And what was it? 50 million or something dollars on taxpayer money? 25 or 50 million? I forget the number. Anyways, Michael Avenatti arrested in extortion plot against Nike, conspired with Smollett's lawyer. Jesse's got himself a lawyer, and I don't want to make him mine. And he's looking at me with those eyes, I just know it. What is the Empire show? Who are they going to use? He's gone. He was a pretty big star in the show. I mean, geez, who are you going to put in there? Maybe you can call Stormy Daniels. I mean, I bet she could. Nah, she can't do that. Update number 4, the SDNY has laid out its allegations of extortion against Avenatti, namely that he tried to extort Nike during an afternoon press conference. After claiming to be working on behalf of an amateur basketball team in the AAU that had recently lost a Nike contract with some $70,000 a year, worth some $70,000 a year, Avenatti used illegal and extortionate threats to try and secure millions of dollars for himself from Nike. The coach from the team told Avenatti that payments had been made by Nike to high school basketball players. Avenatti threatened to make these allegations public if the company did not meet his demands, paying his client $1.5 million while awarding Avenatti and a co-conspirator a multi-million-dollar contract to conduct an internal investigation. Avenatti chose the timing of his plot very carefully, approaching Nike shortly before the company was set to report its Q1 earnings, and not to mention March Madness. At one point, he threatened to take $10 billion of Nike market cap. Lawyers for Nike contacted federal prosecutors and reported the extortion attempt after they were initially contacted by Avenatti. Prosecutors suggested recording the next call with Avenatti, a recording which produced some choice quotations from the infamous creepy porn lawyer. "I'm not effing around with this, and I'm not continuing to play games," Avenatti was recorded as saying. "You guys know enough now to know that you've got a serious problem, and it's worth more in exposure to me to just blow the lid on this thing. A few $1 million doesn't move the needle for me. I'm just being really frank with you. I'll go and I'll take $10 billion off your client's market cap, but I'm not effing around," he said. When the company's lawyers balked, he said it could skip the investigation if it simply paid him, $22 million. The whole incident, which SDNY described as an old-fashioned shakedown, unfolded over a period of 3 days, beginning earlier this month. Avenatti was arrested in Manhattan earlier on Monday, that's tonight, love it, earlier today, and brought to the FBI offices. Ooh, child, things are gonna get creepier. Ooh, child, things are not gonna be right for Avenatti. As one reporter pointed out, the funniest part of the NY or New York, whatever, Avenatti indictment is the seemingly obvious for everyone but Avenatti setup engineered by Nike's lawyers. They have a little document here or whatever. After the conclusion of the meeting described above, representatives of Nike contacted representatives of the United States Attorney's Office for the Southern District of, that's SDNY, Southern District of New York, regarding Avenatti's threats and extortionate demands. The 20th of March call with Avenatti, based on my conversations with other law enforcement officers and Attorney 1, my own observations and my review of notes, text messages, audio recordings, and draft transcriptions of those conversations, I have learned the following information in substance and in part. A, on or about 20th of March 2019, at the discretion of law enforcement, Attorney 1 sent CC1 a text message to schedule a telephone call for later that day. And B, on or about the same day, at approximately 4 o'clock p.m., Attorney 1 and Attorney 2, who were in their offices in New York, spoke to CC1 on a telephone call that was consensually recorded and monitored by law enforcement. During the call, and at the discretion of law enforcement, Attorney 1 asked CC1 for more time to consider the demands made by Michael Avenatti, the defendant, and CC1 the day before, and or another in-person meeting to discuss those demands. CC1, who stated, in substance and in part, that he was in Miami, Florida, at the time, said that he would speak to Avenatti to discuss the possibility of delaying the deadline for Nike's response, and would further discuss with Avenatti the possibility of setting up another in-person meeting. And Jeffrey Ingersoll tweeted, "This is the funniest part of Avenatti's indictment. 1, allegedly makes illegal threat. 2, Nike lawyers call DOJ to tattle. 3, DOJ says call Avenatti back and ask him to repeat himself. Number 4, he freaking does." These are the people. This is a man. This should piss you off. I mean, it's funny right now, but this should piss you off. This is a man that CNN had on, I heard today, no less than, I think they said 200 times, or I'm thinking either 70 or 200. I don't know why I'm getting there so far up, but I remember seeing these numbers today about something to do with him. Let's just go with the lower number. 70 times. CNN, we've got a star guy here. What do you know, Avenatti? What do you know? Well, my client, Stormy Daniels, she said that the president, we're going to get him. She's positive. They had this guy. So when I post something on YouTube, and then you search for it, and it says, oh, CNN first, oh, Washington Post second, MSNBC, CNBC, NBC, blah, blah, blah. And then finally you scroll down and find, oh, there's some, that's what I was looking for. I wasn't looking for your fake news because I already know that's a lie. I'm looking for, like a QAnon update. I'm looking for QAnon. Thanks, but don't show me that crap. Google, YouTube says, well, no, that's the authority source. You guys are all fake news. This is real stuff. This is what the legitimate stories are. They're telling the truth, so we're going to put them at the top. But wait a minute. You're putting them at the top, and them are pushing around guys like Avenatti, who just got arrested, who's a fraud. And you guys also pushed Christine Blasey Ford. Oh, Kavanaugh, he sexually assaulted. No, he didn't. Gone. Wrong. He's selected into the Supreme Court, or confirmed, whatever, into the Supreme Court. So these authority sources you are forcing people to deal with when they're searching for stuff on your platform are actually the fake news sources. These are the conspiracy sources, and the reason you're telling us you're putting them up front is because they're not conspiracy. They're legit. They've got phenomenally good news and accurate information. And some guy doing a little video right now in his bed or in his little crypto room, you guys aren't. So, yeah. And what are we finding out? It's the opposite. We're trying to get the truth out to you guys, and the criminal cabal is trying to stop us. So they're putting fake news at the top. What say you, YouTube, Google? Your fake news platforms are being absolutely destroyed right now with what just happened with the dossier and now this thing with the lawyer and then some. Every single politician that's been on your favorite top source results news channels, from Peter Schiff, Nancy Pelosi, all of these criminals, they all got it. We have evidence. We've seen it. We have it. We know this. It's going to be in there, and none of it was in there. None of it was in there. No charges, sir. No charges against Trump. No obstruction. No collusion. Well, we'll get the Gang of Eight in here, and we'll subpoena Mueller to see what he has to say. He gave you the report, and Attorney General Barr summarized it. There's nothing here. Good day, sir. So YouTube, Google, are you now going to remove that fake news because you're poo-pooing your platform with garbage on top of stuff people are actually looking for, like my ugly face, by chance. They do. For whatever reason, they want to look at my ugly face and hear what I have to say. Ask them that. Ask them why I have 80-something thousand subscribers, which have fallen because of the crap I just talked about you guys pushing me down. No more, we're not going to recommend your video, even though someone really would like to see it because it is related to this. We don't want to recommend your video anymore. But your client, your customer, the person who's going to watch the ads and everything else, wants to find my stuff. And you, without even telling that person, we know you're looking for this. We'd rather you not look at it. Here's CNN and MSNBC and Washington Post. The guy you're looking for, he's 3 pages buried, which we know you're not going to click 3 pages over here to go find what you're looking for, which is why he's over there. See, now, do you put that in your terms and conditions that you're going to shadow? You're not really, I mean, you're shadow banning me, but you're like shadow, what would you call it to the viewer? The viewer who wants to see something doesn't get to see it and is forced to say, well, here's the results. This is all we got. That's all we got right here. When in fact, that's not all you got. Shadow result? Shadow results? What do we call this? I don't know. We'll have to come up with a term for that. Even Reuters. Officials address arrest of Avenatti related to Nike extortion case. Meanwhile, here's the far more extensive, nearly 200-page complaint filed by federal prosecutors in LA that describes allegations of bank fraud. Oh, there's more. There's more? Honorable Douglas F. McCormick, name of magistrate judge, Santa Ana, California, date of offenses beginning in or around January 2014 and continuing through in or around March 2019. Places of offense, Orange County and Los Angeles County. Address of accused, whatever, we don't need to say that. When it rains, it pours. We are going to win so much. They're going to say, Mr. President, please stop. Stop winning. And I'm going to say, no, we've got to keep going. We've got to keep winning. I'm just telling you, I love that man. I think I love Donald Trump. And I wish he would sing to me, I will be your father figure till the end of time.